awesome. That's for sure. Morning, Tube. How we doing? We're going online there. All right, good. We'll sit here. We'll wait for some people to come online. Get to jabbering too much. Morning. Come on in. Come on in. Getting everything rocking. Getting everything working. I got to write down some notes here so I make sure that talk about a few things. Oh, how's everybody doing out there? You guys doing good? Having a good day? Having a good week? Getting through it the best you can, anyways. Morning, Brandy. Morning. Come on in. Come on in. Let's see. Oh, come on, pen. Here we go. Hey, we got some more people coming in on the Facebook. Come on in. Let me get this out of my face. The camera frames there. Here we go. We're good. How's it sound? Sound good on everybody? Everybody got good sound quality? Everybody got good video quality? The tube, I know I look very gray, so I apologize for that. I'm going to have to just buy another phone that I specifically use for live streaming to the third platform here. Or we could consider... Holy crap, dude, have they increased their prices? But then I could multi-stream from one platform. That would be very convenient for me. But their prices are through the roof these days. Morning, guys. Morning on the tube. Morning on the talk. Morning, morning, morning. Come on in, guys. Pretty freaking cool day yesterday. So 2 days ago, Caitlin realized she had saved in her calendar comedy night for Wednesday. And I could not remember for the life of me what comedy night meant. I was like, I don't have anything scheduled. I don't have any bookings or anything for this month. So I don't know what that would be. But I think it kind of dawned on me that it was to sign up for the open mic at the Laughing Tap in Milwaukee for Wednesday. So you got to sign up on Tuesday. So I signed up and I got on the bucket list, which is, so it's an open mic comedy night. But if you're on the list, you get 4 minutes. And then throughout the night, they draw a name out of the bucket. So if you make it on the bucket list, your name is in the bucket. And if they call your name, then you get up and you do 3 minutes of comedy. So I got 3 minutes, and I did really good. My first joke kind of flopped, but it was just a tester joke. I had 2 different jokes that I had been testing for a start off, and this one was one idea I had, and it wasn't as good. The first joke that I did at the other open mic that I did worked much better, and I liked that one much better, so I'm going to go with that one. So it's not always about getting the best laugh, especially right now in building this. And this is my school. This is me going to comedy college, right? Doing these open mics and getting out there is getting my name out there a little bit, and it's mostly for me and training and learning the stage, learning the microphone, learning the cadence of comedy. When you waiting for laughs, crowd interactions, all that stuff. There's a lot of similarities between, the inspirational, motivational stuff that I do and then comedy. There are similarities, but there's a lot of differences between those two worlds as well. So learning the etiquette of comedy clubs and how it goes and how this business runs and stuff has been a learning journey. It's pretty cool, though. It's definitely different from the recovery, inspirational speaking engagements that I've done in the past on the level of, I don't know how to exactly put it, but it's not as friendly. I mean, it's friendly, but you're comedians, So there's a little more giving each other shit and a little more of like, I don't know, just a roughness around the edges when you go to like a comedy event versus like a recovery inspirational event where you show up at those and they're like, oh my God, thank you. You're so glad to see you and blah, blah, blah. And here's the thing. And here's a free thingy. And here's this. And thank you so much. And we got everything so organized. And then you go to a comedy event and it's not quite the same as environment. So learning the different environments, learning how the different rooms that you do comedy in, and each place is a little different. A big thing of comedy, though, is repetition. You're learning as you learn and just getting up there and having, what's the words I'm looking for right now? I'm stumbling here, guys. Just your stage presence, building your stage presence, and building that confidence. And a lot of it is just repetition and learning where do you pause? What should your facial expression be when you do that joke? So like last night wasn't necessarily too much new material that I haven't done. It was a lot of the same jokes that I did at the last open mic I did because I'm still kind of crafting those jokes. So any reels that I put out, if you've already seen the other ones, there might be a new joke or two on them, but it's pretty much going to be the same jokes you've seen in the last reels that I did from the last open mic I did because I'm still crafting them and still learning and developing those jokes. But it was really good. It was really awesome. It was good to see both sides of it because there's people that get up there that just rock the house, and then there's people that get up there that just aren't funny. And the variety of people you see at a comedy open mic really blows your mind, and it's seeing people not do good is just as important as seeing the people that do good, because you see these guys get up there and they do really, really good, and you kind of like want to be them, you want to get those big laughs. You want to be the guy that's up there on stage just crushing it like that. But then you see these guys that don't do so good, and then you talk to them and you find out that they've been doing this for a couple years, and it's like, man, like if not to, you don't want to do comparison. You don't want to get too much into it, but that is part of it. When you're around other people that are doing the same thing, you're comparing your skills and stuff and learning from people and who you want to learn from, who do you not want to learn from. But the people that don't do good up there are just as good at teaching you like what not to do. And that's really important as well. So seeing the couple people that did get up there and not do so good was inspirational on levels because you're like, wow, dude, like he just didn't get a single laugh, but he's been doing this for a while. He keeps coming back and keeps putting into it, even though he's not getting like awesome laughs and stuff. So that's inspirational for me to just say, okay, so just keep going, just keep going. And even the people who aren't funny, they end up being comical because it's not funny. Some of them, like they're self-aware enough to see that, oh, I'm not doing good, and they can make light of the fact that they're not doing good. Whereas like there was a couple guys that you could tell they didn't really know if they were doing good or not. They couldn't they're just up there having fun, man. And kudos to them, man, because it does take some courage to get up and go get on that stage and grab that microphone and do something, Morning, come on in. Pee or poop? Peep or poop? I've always wondered, why is it poop and pee, and why not poop and peep? Doesn't that make more sense? Like it just, to me, poop and peep makes more sense than poop and pee. Why'd they take the other pee off? Way to get me on a side tangent. Thank you. Sometimes laughter is the best medicine. It most of the time is. It's what we all need, right? Just crack a few jokes, have a few laughs. We got new merchandise. If anybody is interested, if you would like new Point of Change merchandise, I have some coming. So this is like the OG Point of Change shirt here. This is the original design. And then we had the Point of Change with the red line above and below with the red dot there. Now I have an even fancier design. So I have all of our merchandise has been updated with the new logo. And then we have a couple different Matthew designs that are available. If you guys are fans of the Matthew videos, people have been asking me for merchandise for Matthew. So I got some Matthew and Matthew t-shirts and sweatshirts and all kinds of merchandise. I go with Spreadshirt.com. They are my merchandiser, whatever. And they hold all the inventory. So they just I just upload a design and they put it on all kinds of stuff and sell it. So if you guys are interested, there is a 25% off sale starting very soon, May 2nd through the 5th, 25% off everything in the store. And that 25% comes off of StreamYard's side, not my side. So don't feel like you should buy at full price because you want to give me more money. I've had people tell me that. They're like, oh, I don't want the discount. I want you to get the full amount. Well, don't worry about that because if they do a discount, they're doing it on their end. They're not taking it off of my end. Morning, guys. Can you send me a link for the merchandise? Let me see. I can send it to you, yeah. Let me see can I put it in the... No, I don't know if I can put it in there. Let's see. What's this thing? I haven't touched too much of this stuff. Oh, that's co-hosting. Never mind. I don't want that. No, go away. Go away, Talk. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Go away. It put something on the screen now, guys. I don't know. Okay, there it is. Woo! Yeah, don't put it in the comments. Okay, I won't put it in the comments. I will send it to you. But it is, what is it? Oh, I better not even say it, right? I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. It's the poc.myspreadshop.com. Anyways, morning over on the Book of Faces. Come on in, give me some likes, love, shares, all those good things. Good to see you guys this morning. Thanks for joining me on the tube, everybody. Oh, yeah. So, speaking engagements coming up. One of the other comedians last night offered me a spot. He's going to get a hold of me. He does a comedian showcase at another venue, and he offered me, he would like to get me on his comedian showcase. So, more opportunities opened. So, that's good. That's the nice thing about walking into a journey like this is just do the things and talk to the people, and you can start each opportunity starts to lead to the next opportunity, and that's what you're looking for anyways. Is if you're aiming for that, you can make it happen. Just each opportunity, look for the next opportunity at that opportunity, and just keep it rolling. Morning, guys. Come on in. Are you guys making comments on it on the old Book of Faces or not? I don't have anything on my side if anybody has made one, so let me know if Zuckerberg's just screwing me over or if you guys are just still waking up. Or you can attach the link in your bio. Oh, yeah, I could do that. I should probably do that. Okay, so next thing that's on the books, anyways, is May 30th here in Whitewater. I'm doing a workshop called Falling Apart, Processing Pain Through Poetry. I still have some comedy in that too. It's going to be funny, of course. I'm involved, so it's going to be funny. But we're mostly focusing on artistic ways to express trauma, grief, and other of life's hardships. We're going to explore different artistic ways. We're going to make a whole list of all the different artistic ways that you can express your inner problems and stuff. And then, let's see. We're going to learn about the correlation between trauma and artistic talent. And then we are going to learn how to turn your passion into purpose. So all of these things are going to be really great to go through. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I think that having comedy added to my repertoire is just, it's just one more outlet, one more way for me to spread a good message, make people smile, make people laugh. And it's been really fun to get involved with. To actually do like comedy, like last night, like driving to Milwaukee to go to an open mic. It felt very adulty, It was one of those, look at you, man. Look at you. You're actually out here driving into the inner city and going down to downtown Milwaukee to go to a comedy club to hit an open mic. Like you're doing the damn thing when you're doing that, And like there was a moment like after I got drawn at the perfect spot too, because like they do bucket spots throughout the comedy set. And I was the last guy before we took the break before starting the second set. So that's a really good spot to get pulled for your bucket spot. Because that's not like there's not another comedian coming up right after you, So they actually get a moment to think about what you said and let it sink in and remember how funny you were, hopefully. So I was really happy with the bucket spot that got pulled. And then afterwards I stepped outside and like just stepping out into the metropolis of Milwaukee and being from, Hawkins, Wisconsin, a town of the population of 315. Those moments where you're walking out into downtown frickin' big cities is like, holy shit, look at you, kid. You're out here trying it. You're in the big city now, kid. It was cool though, looking up and just seeing all the skyscrapers around me and shit. I was like, damn, dude, you're down here in Milwaukee chasing your dreams. This is pretty cool. Brandy has watched my live for 200 minutes. Woo! It must tally up over all the different lives you come to, huh? Because this has not been 200 minutes long. That's for sure. Oh, today After this live video, I am going to chill out and play some video games for a little bit because I just bought Metal Gear Solid and a memory card for my PlayStation 2 and I want to play it. I have an emulator system, so I have Metal Gear Solid on that, but I can't figure out how you're supposed to put disc 2 in to a system that's an emulation. I can't figure it out. So, I actually bought the physical game so that I can play the second disc. So now I got to play through the first disc again, get myself to the second disc. I don't have very much memory of the second disc of Metal Gear Solid. The first one stands out so huge in my brain. Yeah. I was hoping more people would come by and have things to talk about so that I could keep hopping on to different topics and talk about stuff and stay live for a little while. But that's okay. That's okay. What's up, Julie? Good to see you. Thanks for coming on by. Yeah. I am a little tired today, though. I didn't get home till late because there was a Brewers game going on. So when I got out of the comedy club, oh my goodness, you guys, I got so overwhelmed. Trying to drive home through downtown Milwaukee was absolutely ridiculous. Holy crap, they had the exit ramps to get onto Highway 94 were like blocked by police and firefighters on like every different spot I went to go on there, and I have no idea where I am, so I just had my GPS set to take me home. Well, my GPS just kept running me in circles and bringing me back to the exact same exit ramp that I couldn't get on, so I eventually just had to I went on a road, and when it was telling me to turn, I just kept going until eventually it gave me a different route to go on, and I was like, okay, now I can get home. But I think I drove around the Brewers Stadium for like a half an hour. It had to be a half an hour. It felt like forever. It really felt like hours, but it was probably about a half an hour. Let's see. Julie, I got something interesting to think about. So I've been pondering about something like when anniversaries come up, it's always those that are about life and death that mean so much to our heart, or just remembering who you were at that moment. Then the emotions, like we are truly amazing souls, and do those who pass on that loved the rain. And do those who pass on that loved the rain. The sound of the rain, what it feels like just before rain and after. Do they ever get to experience that in heaven? There is no sadness in heaven. There's no sadness in heaven, so do they get to decide if that's something? I don't know if, I think it cut off your comment right there. Maybe I'll have to check the Facebook app and see if it's on there or something. Guess I'm a little lost. Maybe the rest of the comment would clear it up, but it's only showing me that much. Pondering about something. Like when anniversaries come up, it's always those that are about life and death, and that means so much to our heart. Or just remembering who you were at that moment. Then the emotions, like we are truly amazing souls. And do those who pass on that love the rain, the sound of the rain, what it feels like just before rain and after. Do they ever get to experience that in heaven? There is no sadness in heaven, so do they get to decide if that's something? Well, I mean, I don't know. That's a deep question. I don't have all the answers. I can't tell you exactly what heaven's going to be like. All I can tell you is, from my personal thoughts, do they get to decide to let go, to stay in heaven? My personal thought on heaven has always been that you're merging with God. And when you merge with God, you become part of everything. Part of everything, part of every time, part of everywhere. You are in time, out of time, through time, across time. You are all places at all times, all encompassing, because you're part of God. And God is all encompassing from beginning to end. And I think there's got to be like Like you could go back and watch the first baseball game ever played, or, go forward and watch whatever's going to happen in the future, or go back and, see the dinosaurs or whatever whatever your heart desires, because you don't have to just go back, you just are there and you are here at the same time. Like there is no such thing as space time or matter. You're in a different realm. You're in your spiritual form, so I would think, could you feel the rain? Probably. You could probably experience the rain in more ways than we can ever fathom experiencing the rain as a human. We think of like those thoughts you brought up about the smell before the rain and the things like that. But like if you were part of God, you would not only be able to feel the rain from a human perspective, but know what it's like to be a tree and have raindrops fall on your leaves. You would know what it's like to be a raindrop falling through the sky. You would know what it's like to be a cloud that's starting to form drops, Can you imagine seeing? I've always wondered what that looks like when the drop actually forms, like out of the middle of the air, this cloud of mist, when enough of it gathers to a point and actually creates a drop. How crazy that would be to see that. But yeah, so that's kind of where I stand with it, is that, yeah, they would experience all that because they're part of God, and I guess my beliefs are it's kind of all over the place, but as far as what God considers good and bad, that's a whole nother conversation right there, because there's nothing sad and bad in heaven, but at the same time, what does God consider sad or bad? Because us as humans, we have a lot of things that we consider sad or bad or terrible, that God sees them as good. And we see this in the Bible. We know this because God's definition of good is different than ours. Our definition of good is like something that doesn't cause pain, and something that doesn't hurt anybody and doesn't kill anybody, and that's a good thing, and those things that do that are bad things. Whereas God, like, he can see that a tornado is good because it has a godly purpose. It's created by God. It has something to do. Even though some of the things that happen through it may be bad, but in God's eyes are they? Because he works all things for good. We learn that in the Bible. He works all things for good. So like a human would look at me and be like, oh wow, 13 years of meth addiction. That's terrible. That's horrible that such a nice young man could fall into 13 years of meth addiction. That's a terrible thing. But God took that and turned it into something good. And here I sit now helping more people, So it's like, what's good on one level and what's bad on one level, and what ends up being what's bad and ends up being good. And I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy to try to wrap your mind around as a mortal finite being. I have a beginning, I have an end, have all of these things, to try and wrap my mind around an immortal being that does not exist within, or does exist in space and time, and without space and time, he's still there. He has no beginning, no end. It's wow. How could I ever sit down here and say, well, I think this is what God would do? I think God thinks this. So I really can't. I really have no idea. But it's fun to think about, right? Trials and tribulations to learn from, specific designed on purpose. Amen. Amen. All right. Well, I think I'm going to get out of here. I need to get some food in my belly and chill out for a little while. My legs still hurt from last weekend. Last weekend, I helped my best friend do his roof, and my legs are dead and have been all week. I still have pain through my thighs, like in crazy shooting pains that are going on the outside of my thighs. So hope you guys have a good day. I'll catch you next time. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay clean. Oh.